If your addicted relative is swearing that they want to handle their addiction, but you feel like they are trying to fool you, in this video I'll show you the hints if they are truly ready for the recovery or they're just talking about it. Let's dive in. Hi, brave hearts. If you are struggling with addicted loved ones who constantly promise you that they want to quit, but it's not just the right time, and if you are not quite sure if they are ready to the rehab, and you are not sure if they are serious about this decision because you need to invest in it, you are in the right place. Watch till the end and you'll see how to identify if your addicted loved one is ready or not. I'm Svetlana Rudovska and I help family members deal with the addiction challenges. And in this video, my goal is to empower you with some tools how to recognize between the true desire for real change or just more excuses. Okay, so let's talk about this common issue. Lots of family members say that sometimes their loved one promised that they're going to quit, they would like to take a rehab, but they just don't do it and you feel that they are tricking you. In fact, many substance users talk about the rehabs or recovery programs not because they want to change their life, but the main reason is to reduce the dose. Also, they would like to get some relief or cleanse their body of intoxication. So how do you know if they're really ready or pretend they want sobriety? Of course, the main indicator that they are not quite sincere is when their words do not match the actions. It happens when the addicted loved one doesn't want to make any changes in their behavior, in their environment, in their lifestyle. So they're just talking about rehab, but they do not take any kind of actions because they love their lifestyle. They enjoy the highs, they enjoy the people they use with. This is a clear signal that they are not ready. So they are whether not ready for the rehab completely or they can agree but they do not cover the full program. They start with detoxification to get their body feel better. By doing it, they decrease their withdrawal symptoms and feel better physically, but they don't address the issue and they do not change their lifestyle and they quit the rehab. By the way, what about you? Have you heard such excuses before? Do any of these ones sound familiar with you? Please share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Okay, so let's consider the case how to understand if your loved one is truly ready or it's just blah blah. I'll tell you a real story. We had one mother in our project and her son, Dmitro, who had been addicted for many years and who constantly promised to quit, and even he started some rehabs programs but dropped them just after 1 month. This mom told us that she cannot break the cycle. Firstly, they trust him, they send him to the rehab, they pay for it, but when the detoxification program finishes, he comes back. So generally, he didn't stay long and just he came to the same lifestyle. But when this lady joined our program and she also invited his wife, her daughter-in-law, they started setting some boundaries. He also promised, he also played with them, tried to manipulate with them. But one day his wife left him. And when she did it, she took their child. And when this happened, he felt absolutely desperate. Of course, he said he was ready to change and that he promised that he would go to rehab again and now for sure he will cover the program and he'll get freedom, he would try to do his best. Of course, firstly, his mom didn't believe him. But when the time passed, he constantly started talking about it. He stopped going out with his friends. He just stayed with his mom and he asked her to find a rehab. He promised her that he would pay her back everything that she would spend on him. And when this mom came to us and asked for advice and we discussed all pros and cons, it looked like he definitely wanted to get freedom. A few days later, I talked to him and I really saw that he was completely broken by his loss. Seeing the condition he was in, we immediately found a rehab and just in a few days he joined the program. And he began his rehabilitation. Approximately in a year, we saw a real transformation of the personality. He really got freedom. And later, he managed to reunite with his family. Now, looking back at this story, I can definitely say that the addicted one is ready when, firstly, they feel very strict pain. It can be a pain of loss, a pain of fear, or a pain of potential loss, but this should be something which can ruin their world, especially sense of security. Secondly, the substance user is ready for rehab when they are ready to cut ties with their friends, with their addictive environment, when the situation happens so that these people mean nothing for them. The third signal is that your substance user ready is when they are willing to face the hard truth. Nevertheless, Dmitro's wife left him and took his child. He absolutely understood it was his fault. He didn't blame her. He really knew that it was him who broke up their relationships. And the last thing is that they start hating the substance. They understand that this is the substance which makes them behave so, which makes them change their lifestyle. The substance doesn't make them live the happy life. And they start talking that they wanna live a sober life. And if you see they're quite sincere and their actions match their words, then you can find a rehab and start the process of recovery. So the most important takeaway here that it's just not enough just to hear from the substance user that, okay, that I wanna quit using, but you must see a real desire, which truly comes when the substance user is truly tired of consequences of the use. And when they reach a point or a kind of a peak of pain, which they cannot simply bear anymore. This is the turning point. If you find this video useful, please subscribe, like and share with those people who need it, and check out my next video on how to support a loved one in recovery and create an environment that helps them realize they need help. Share your experiences in the comments. Together we can break the cycle of addiction.